right, baby boy. All right, baby butt. Let's hit the road, baby boy. Let's hit the road. Well, hey there, everyone. It's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. I need to get new mittens. I've got a hole in one of my fingers because Apollo chewed on it. But it wasn't cold enough for full-on winter gloves, so these are my lightweight gloves. Come on. Okay. But yeah, hi. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Make sure to leave in the comments how things are going for you. We're doing a vlog, just a little chit-chat update while I take Apollo out for his evening stroll. I just finished work just a little bit ago, probably about half an hour or so ago. And yeah, he was chomping at the bit to get out here, and it's actually not super cold today, so I'm kind of more in like a little sweater windbreaker and light gloves. So I was like, let's go before it gets too cold tonight. And he was down for that. So anyway, yeah, I hope things are going good for you. Things are going good for me. I don't remember the last time I did a vlog as opposed to responding to your comments, but I figured I'll just update you on what I have going on. Yeah, life's going good. Work's going good. It's coming up on, it's the week before Christmas. And so there's a lot of people on vacation and stuff, which is kind of a mixed bag. Some folks are like, I'm offline, I'm done. We'll see you when I come back from vacation. So they like helping those managers with their recruitments is quiet because they're kind of in a holding pattern. Then I have other hiring managers that are like, I'm going on vacation in a couple days. Everything has to happen now. Go. Fast. Because I'm going on vacation. It's like, you knew when you were scheduling your vacation and when you submitted your recruitment. So just because your timing wasn't ideal on your part doesn't mean that I suddenly need to jump when you say jump, And we have some pretty specific timeline policies in place at my organization, which is good, where they're essentially, I can point to company policy and say, you have to give recruitment 1 week after you've made your selections for who's interviewing before, and that'll be the first day of interviews. So if you make your selections on a Tuesday, interviews start the next Tuesday. But of course, because of people going on vacation, I have hiring managers that are like, my position closes on Tuesday, I'm making my selections on Tuesday, I want interviews the next morning or the 2 days after that. And it's like, that's not a very good, that sucks for the team, because now we're scrambling to book all these interviews with like less than 24 hours notice. And that's not a very good candidate experience to be like, hey, you applied for this job. Can you interview like right now in the morning, the week before Christmas? Oh, you're out of town. That makes sense. Okay, well, can you do it virtually from like your in-laws' bathroom? So I have been pushing back on some of those hiring managers. I'm like, you know what? No, let me take a screenshot of the policy for you. We'll go as quickly as we can, but we're not doing this 12-hour turnaround time or something like that. Like I have a manager whose position closes tomorrow night, and he wanted to do interviews Thursday morning. Today's Tuesday, by the way. So I'm like, okay, so what if someone applies Wednesday evening? How are we supposed to call and book the interview for the next morning if they apply at like 6 p.m., So it's just like, think it through. think about the logistics of what you're asking me and how impractical this is. He's like, well, I'm going on vacation all next week. I'm like, that's great. I guess we can regroup when you come back. So anyway, so yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag. Some people get really demanding and other people are like, no, let's just touch base after the holidays. It's a crazy time. Apollo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you have to go potty? That was weird. He's acting very strange there for a second. So yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag, and I'm having to tell some of my hiring managers, like, you know what, let's just chat it after Christmas. So anyway, so it's a little crazy, but a little quiet at the same time. But other than that, work's going good. I did officially 100% finish my year-long project that I was assigned to. So now it's in somebody else's hands for it to be published and distributed. So that's off my plate. So major goals for the year are all wrapped up. So it should be relatively quiet through the end of the year. Oh, here we go. Now we've got a potty break. Hold on. I don't think there's a trash can anywhere sensical this way. Actually, if we'd have to go down to the main street, and it's gonna be loud. So let's go back to the other bus stop. Then we'll cross the street to the other side of the neighborhood and walk around over there so it's a little bit quieter. And we haven't been up that way in a hot minute. So we're probably just gonna do a little neighborhood stroll. Since this was a work from home day for me, he got a walk in the morning, and he got to go outside for a good long while I was working downstairs in the living room. So he was scaring rabbits and squirrels off the lawn for a good part of the day. So he probably is good. So yeah, I don't know what he's doing now. He has picked up, I think from the dog park, he's picked up kicking the dirt after he's peed, and so that's what he was doing earlier. I've never really seen him do the kicking to kind of bury his scent. That is a new behavior from Apollo that he has not done before. Are you learning different social stuff now that we're going to the dog park so much more often? You better not pick up any bad habits. He didn't do it yesterday. This is brand new today. Anyway, so yeah, work's good. I work tomorrow and Thursday, and then I have Friday off and the entire next week off. So I'm looking at like, what's that? 10 days, the next 10 days off after Thursday. So, and I have, other than family Christmas plans and stuff, I have no other plans. We're gonna do a whole lot of walking and a whole lot of diamond painting. So that's kind of my MO for this holiday, is just keep it chill, keep it low key, spend some good time with the boy, and get some crafting done. So that's my plan. Come on. So yeah, and as far as general life stuff goes, everything's going really good. Just been hanging out with Apollo. We did, this past Sunday, I did a friend's holiday gift exchange, a white elephant party, I guess is what it really is. And the theme was Costco, so whatever you got had to come from Costco, and the limit was $20. And it was a lot of fun. I'd say there was probably about, I think there was 20 of us participating, 16 of us participating. I have a picture, I'll throw it in. Editing Anthony will do that. A picture of the party so you can take a look at it. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of my friends, but MJ was the host, so it was a lot of her kind of separate friend group. So there was quite a few people there that I either haven't seen in a long time or I see but pretty infrequently, I guess. That's kind of saying the same thing. And then other people I'd met for the very first time. So that was kind of cool to meet some new people. But then there was a lot of my core friend group there. Of course, Alex and MJ were hosting. And then Jeff and Laura, Matt and Jackie, Tanner, Nico, kind of the core gang was there too. So it was a lot of fun. My gift was these two wooden, they look like cutting boards, but they're not really. They're like these two wooden boards with handles, and then they have insets for ramekins. So it's to serve like nuts or snacks, and it's like a tray essentially, but it's like in the shape of a cutting board. And it came with two. So you got two boards, 6 little ramekin serving dishes. And I thought it was really cute. I was hoping that MJ would get it because they like to entertain, and she was talking about how she wanted more little things to entertain with. So that's why I got it. I was like, well, maybe MJ will get this. And if not, it's still a good gift for someone else. And I snagged that at Costco. And lo and behold, MJ did get that. And she was very happy about it. I was like, yay, you got my gift. I was hoping you'd get it. And then I got this giant thing of Kirkland European chocolate cookies, and I was very happy with that. So now I can have little cookies and tea in the evenings. That's what I had last night, is little tea and cookies after dinner. So that was quite nice. So yeah, I had a second date on Saturday, the night before. That went really well. We went to Korean barbecue, and that was a lot of fun. So we went and did that and hung out. And so yeah, things are going good on that front. Once I have more to actually share about that whole thing, I will. There's just not a lot to say, you know, it's second date. But we do try to text and chat throughout the day most days. So that has been really nice. And I guess I can share a couple of things. So I maybe mentioned it in the last vlog, but he works in the animal care field, which is really cool. So we both have a strong love for cats and dogs and animals in general. So we talk a lot about our pets, which is kind of, you know, exactly what I talk about all the time. And he has a kind of an artistic, creative side. And I think that, once again, I mentioned this in the last vlog, but he's actually diamond painted before. And so I think it was like on Monday, or no, maybe it was Sunday, he texted me, he's like, look what I got. And it was 2 Make Market diamond painting kits. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot again. Because I talk a lot about diamond painting to him, especially since it's something he knows of and has an interest in. So I was like, oh my gosh, how cool. So he showed me the kits. And then that night he got started on, he got like 2, one is like a super snack size, and then the other one is still snack size for me, but it's a bigger one. So the first one was like a little 8x8 kind of mini kit. He's like, I've been working on it for a couple hours, and so he sent me a progress photo, and I was like, oh, cool. I mean, he made some good progress. It looked good, but I was like, ooh, an 8x8, I could get that done in a couple hours by itself. Maybe not a couple hours, but I could crank through around 8x8 canvas in maybe one diamond painting session, maybe if I tried hard. But I was like, that's so awesome. And it's a cute little kit. And then he wrote me, last night, he was like, I spilled a bag of drills. And I was like, oh no. He's like, I think I got them all off the ground though. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's like, well, I have a storage container set, a pen, putty. Like, I was like, I can hook you up with like all the like enhanced accessories, so you don't have little bags lying around, because he just has all the bags open in front of him, and he's just using the stuff that came in the toolkit. And I was like, oh no, I'll get you squared away. Come on, let's go. I'll get you squared away with some some upgraded stuff. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, that storage container thing sounds awesome because I'm so worried that I'm gonna mess this up. Hop up. And he does have a cat, so I was like, yeah, you'll probably want a storage set, and I still have some cat-proof, come here, some cat-proof diamond painting trays from not this past summer with the Masters, but the summer with the Masters beforehand. They were a sponsor in 2023, so I was like, maybe I'll throw him a couple cat-proof trays and see how he likes those, because I don't use them. I do need to save some stuff. I've been promising Mia that I would send her a care package sometime soon. I keep either forgetting about it or I'm like, oh, I don't feel like getting this all boxed up and shipped. So I want to send one of them to her probably. I have some other stuff that I need to send to her as well. So I've got a diamond painting pen and some putty and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, it's been really cool because I was like, you're doing such a good job. You're making really good progress on that kit. And I was like, well, you should, next time you want to get a diamond painting, you should just shop my stash and I'll just, you can work on one of the ones that I have in my stash if you really want to. Or I could buy, if we find a kit on Diamond Art Club that you like, or I guess wherever, but I was thinking Diamond Art Club that you like, then I'll just get 2 of them and you can ping me back or however we want to do it. And we could work on the same kit together. So we'll see. I mean, this is early days to be talking big plans like doing a big old diamond painting together. But I mean, I feel like personally, yeah, I don't know if I like this whole kicking after you pee thing. It's too dog-like. You're cooler than that. I don't know where you picked that up. Yeah, so who knows? It's early days, second date. But I mean, I feel like things have kicked off pretty strongly. We have a lot of similar interests. It's just, things are going well, The only thing that's difficult is he does live quite a ways away from me, about almost an hour drive. So that feels like a lot. But we're going to try to make it work where we kind of find it a good, happy, like halfway point to meet up and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, an hour drive's not the end of the world. For some people, that is, a world away. For other people, that's like, anytime I get in the car, I'm in there for an hour with traffic. So I don't mind it, but it does hinder, like, it's not as easy as like, hey, I'm bored, you want to hang out? It's like, it kind of has to be more of a organized effort, and a pre-planned effort. So we'll see. There's a chance that we might meet up again this coming weekend. If not, just with Christmas and stuff, it might not be until after Christmas. We'll see. But things are going very well. I'm very happy. So we'll see how it goes. It's early days. What else? Life stuff. No real plans. I did have some plans with a friend. They had invited me to go to the Grammys with them in February. And I got really excited about the prospect of doing that. But I also felt a little bit guilty because I had kind of squashed plans to go on that Asia trip with my mom, just with timing and everything. So I was like, if I'm going to say no to that and then jump on this kind of random trip to LA, I don't know if I should do that. And I was like, but it'll probably be a lot less expensive, because I was under the impression that she had received tickets to go to the Grammys and was asking me to go with her. That wasn't the case. So I heard from her the other day and she's like, okay, well, I just got the email information for the Grammys and the tickets are going to be somewhere in the $500 range, but I really want to do the upgraded tickets and those are closer to $1,200. Are you okay with that? And I was like, no. I didn't say no yet. I'm going to write her tonight and just be like, hey, But it's a really cool opportunity, who gets to go to the Grammys, so I really do like the idea of it, but I'm like, am I personally that interested in going to the Grammys that I'm willing to, do the plane tickets, get the hotel, rent the tux, get the $1,200 tickets, plus, meals and after parties. It's like, this is going to be it's going to be an expensive trip, If I wasn't paying for the ticket to the Grammys, it'd be a different story. But with $1,200 and going to LA or California, I would much rather, a million times % rather, do Universal or do Disney and do my theme park stuff. Like, for that money, there's so many other things I'd rather do. I'd love to spend time with her, of course, and it would be cool to go, but she is going with a big group, it's not just us two. There's a ton of people going that are kind of in her musical artist circle. So I don't feel bad. I don't feel like I'm leaving her to fend for herself. But it just doesn't seem, I just don't want to spend that much to go, to be honest. Like I said, if I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna do a Disney or a Universal trip. And then immediately, once again, I love spending time with my friends and I would love to go with her. But immediately my first thought was, okay, well, I need to see what Katie's doing, and I need to see what Jade's doing, and I need to see what Christiane is doing. And so we can meet up. And then, so suddenly I'm like making this into like a whole separate trip involving like all my diamond painting pals, I was immediately thinking of like, how can I fit that into this trip? And I'm like, wait. A, you shouldn't be spending money to go do this in the first place, at least not right now. And B, that should be its own thing that I go and do, and go, try to meet up with some diamond painting pals and not try to like shoehorn that into somebody else's Grammys trip. I just felt like I immediately was like, this isn't something I'm interested in. Maybe I can tell her I won't go to the Grammys, but I'll hang out with her. But on the other days, I'm going to go do my own stuff. And I'm like, I don't like the feeling of that either. So I'm just going to tell her like, hey, this sounds like an awesome opportunity, and maybe a different year I'll go if we plan this ahead of time a little bit better. But I don't want to go. I want to spend time with you. We should spend more time together, but this trip to LA to go to the Grammys is not it, So yeah. So anyway, so that's kind of that. But yeah, I do want to go to LA, and I do want to see some crafty pals out there and do Disney or Universal and make like a whole thing out of it. So, yeah, so I'm going to hold off on that. I think my 2 vacations that I already have planned in 2025 are more than sufficient. So I just need to chill out. I just need to chill out. But I was intermittently on Mia's live on Sunday, and I guess she came up with the idea of potentially doing a European diamond painting retreat in Denmark, where she's at. And they tossed around the idea, and there was a bunch of people that said that they'd be interested in doing it, and I would love to do it. They're thinking September of 2026, so not next year, but the year after, to give people time to save and plan and prep. So I'm absolutely going to start a piggy bank for that trip and start looking at pricing, just rough draft pricing, so I know how much I should be putting away. If that actually does happen, I don't have any major plans for vacations in 2026 at all, so that would probably be my one big trip, and I would probably do a long trip. Let's turn around. I want to go a little bit further. Do a big trip for that. Because I was actually listening to Leanne's Whippin' Chat today in the background while I was working, and she mentioned it too. She's like, retreats are usually, 3-4 days. She's like, I'm not going all the way to Europe for 4 days. I'm going to be doing some other stuff mixed in with that. And I was like, I'm there with you for sure. So I would probably do a 2-week trip, maybe slightly longer. And do the retreat, but I'd also love to go to Prague for the Alfons Mucha Museum. And I'd also like to go to, it's crossed. I'd also like to go to Phantasialand, which I don't even remember which country that's in. I think it's in Germany. Phantasialand, which is like a super gorgeous theme park. Let me look it up. Am I misspeaking? What if it's not even in, maybe it's in like Spain? Fantasia Land. Oh, it's in Germany. Perfect. Okay, cool. It's like, what if it's in, I mean, Spain's there too, but I was also thinking like, what if it's in like Argentina? What am I, like, I'm not even on the right continent. But yeah, Fantasia Land looks stunning. That is on my bucket list of theme parks to visit at some point. So I would probably try to do that too. So that's why I'm thinking it might need to be a bit of a longer trip so I can hit up all of those spots as well. We'll see how it goes. It's still early, very early planning, but I'm in. I need to make sure my passport is renewed. I think it expires in 2026, so I'll have to make sure that looks good. And yeah, I'm there, Mia. There was a bunch of people that said that they were interested in going, so but yeah, you can count me in or whatever we end up doing. Let's see. I will say, when it comes to like group planned things like this, like even when it's been with work, sorry, tangent, but I'm trying to like churn when I see people approaching so I don't have to pause talking, and I feel like every street I turn on, there's someone walking towards us, and I'm like, how many streets do I have to go down before we have the place to ourselves? Come on. But yeah, anytime we do these planned activities, I just have to go with the program, and that's sometimes hard for me to do. So if there's like an event coming up where it's like, okay, we've booked this bank of hotel rooms, so everyone will stay at the hotel, I'm immediately like, but what if I find a really cute Airbnb that's the same price, that has a kitchen and stuff? I'd much rather do that. But, hold on. Hello. But if it's one of those situations where everyone's going to be crafting in the same hotel room, then I don't want to have to get an Uber, especially in a country I'm not familiar with, or try to figure out transportation to and from the hotel. So it's probably smarter just to, whatever the plans are that Mia or the organizers put together, just stick with that. But I'm totally that guy. That's like, well, I kind of want to do my own thing. So I might be able to find something really cool. I gotta let that go and just roll with the flow. But yeah, there's a bunch of diamond painters in Europe that I think it would be so cool to see. Like, it would be fun to meet Adam and Angel and Artemis and, you know, there's so many people. If I'm forgetting your name, I'm sorry, but like Lizette, that would be so cool. I mean, Rachel Ray is in Ireland, but I feel like that might not be. Apollo, you don't even. What's funny is he hasn't figured out how to do the kick, like to kick to bury his pee. So he kind of is just doing this like dance on his back legs. Like, what, is this instinct or what's happening? Oh, we've got another potty break. Hold on. Okay, sorry. World's tiniest potty break. Yeah, he's kind of just like whinnying with his back legs instead of kicking. It's so, at first I thought he was like, he got bit by something. That's why I freaked out at the first time he did it. But now I'm realizing he's trying to bury his pee. And it looks like he's doing it when there's leaves. It's very strange. You're being weird today, but you're like your dad. You're weird. So yeah, I'm excited to see how the plans come together, but I'll be there. I will be there. And I'll try to incorporate some European theme park goodness because I just don't know when I would do that otherwise. But Phantasialand's definitely at the top of my list. I'd love to go to Alton Towers. I'd love to go to Tivoli Gardens. I'd love to go to Disney Paris. There's a lot of places, but Phantasialand is my number one. So, yeah. Let's see, what else is going on life-wise? I think that's really about it. Gonna go to Mom's for Christmas Eve. Gotta get the tamales. And then we're doing a friend's Christmas on Christmas Eve as well in the evening, and my roommate Joe is hosting it, and he's just gonna do an appetizers situation. So I'll probably just prepare an appetizer before I leave to my mom's, and then if I don't get back until when the party's already underway, then my offering will be there in my place. So I think that's what I'm gonna do there. Got almost all of my Christmas shopping done. I'm just getting some little odds and ends for stocking stuffers and things for my roommates right now, and that's about it. But all the major stuff is done, just gift cards. So yeah, you'll have to let me know how all that stuff's going for you, or if you're all planned and ready to rock and roll, or are you still in the thick of it? I always feel bad about mentioning it because I know can be a stressful time for a lot of people for a variety of reasons, but I typically don't ever travel for the holidays. And we keep gift giving in our family just to my mom and my brothers, and that's pretty much it. So my shopping list is usually very short and they're very easy to buy for. So I'm like, it takes one trip to Target or even the grocery store and I can walk out of there Christmas shopping done in like half an hour. I'm like, boom, 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 we're good. So I always feel bad bringing it up because I know it can be a sore subject for some folks, but I hope it's going well. So yeah, I guess what I'll probably do with you guys is walk with you up to the golf course so I can throw this away, and then we'll just walk back to the house after that. Because really all I have left is diamond painting stuff. And for diamond painting, let's talk about kitted up, not started. I have an addition to my normal list because I forgot that I had kitted something up. So I went through today during my lunch break, and we'll talk about why my lunch break was diamond painting related, but I had my tracker up during my lunch break and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought I kitted up something else. I'm like, oh yes, I just keep forgetting to mention it. So I have Inner Garden by Yume Art, Moon Girlfriend, Ivy Dollamore, Warm Witch, Ivy Dollamore, Wizard's Spell by Sam Sundrum, and Winter Solace by Abraham Hunter. That's the one I keep forgetting to mention. Apollo, come on. Now you're testing me. I think that's all of them. Hold on. Let me see. Luckily, my tracker's now up to date because I was working on that today. Not really working on it, but looking at it. Inner Garden, Wizard Spell, Warm Witch, Moon Girlfriend, Winter Solace. Yes. All of them are Diamond Art Club kits. Winter Solace was my last kit that was in a gallon size bag from the Trunk of Doom, if you remember that. And it had been sitting in the new house in its gallon size bag with its legend and sticker sheet completely destroyed. So I want to say it's been probably about a month that I sat down and did some surgery with tweezers and rebuilt the legend, and peeled all the stickers off of everything and kitted it up. So that's done, ready to go. So that's everything that's kitted up. As far as whips, I have my custom of Apollo. I actually did put down like three colors of that last night. And I was just like, there's a reason why I haven't worked on this, or it's been a whip since May, is because, I mean, it's Jada Gem Shop. The quality is fantastic. And I love all the materials and stuff. And I love the picture that I took of Apollo, but it's not the most engaging as a diamond painting. There's a ton of ivories and beiges and whites and stuff to make up Apollo's body. And then a ton of blue checkerboarding and color blocking for the sky, like a ton. And then the parts that are interesting are kind of the boulders and rocks at the bottom of the image, but those are pretty few and far between. It's extremely confetti heavy when you get down there, which isn't a problem, but I keep getting to these parts where it's just a ton of like different shades of white and ivory checkerboarding, and I just find myself getting kind of bored. And then with the sky, it's all color blocking and like a sky blue or checkerboarding. And so I did like 3 colors last night with the intention on getting a section done. I was like, I don't want to do this. So I put it away. I'll get it done eventually, but that's going to be an incredibly long-term project. It's just not as engaging as I'd like a diamond painting to be. And that's no fault of Jade. I mean, I picked the image, and I appreciate that there's a decent amount of color blocking in the sky as opposed to it being completely like checkerboarded or something. But yeah, I'm not vibing with it. I'm fine just looking at the IRL Apollo right now, but I will get it done. I want to hang it above my bed. So someday. So I have that as a whip. Then I have Cresting by Iterations Crafts and the Creativity Squirrel No Progress. I have, hold on. Now it closed. I've got Phases by Yume Art and Diamond Art Club. I got about another half section, maybe a full section done on that since the last time we spoke. I just kind of picked at it because I wanted some round drills in my life. So I kind of picked at it for a little bit towards the end of one of my diamond painting sessions. And I don't even know if I got a full section done before. I was just tired. It was time to go to bed. So, but slight progress on that one. And I won't have any pictures of these this time. Maybe for the next vlog I'll have photos of them. But I haven't done my progress report this week. It won't be up until in another few days. So next vlog, hopefully I'll have photos for you. But if you ever want to see my most recent progress on my kits, head over to Instagram. I'm trying to commit to doing a weekly progress report that goes over all of the kits that I put drills down on over on Instagram. So go take a look there. Then we have Train to Tokyo, no progress. I think I'm 2 sections in on that one. And then I have Cognac Biscuit by Alphonse Mucha and Diamond Painting Shop. I believe I have 1 more section done on that as well. Yeah, I think I have 1 more section done on that. So a little bit of progress there since the last time we spoke. And then I have Garden of Earthly Delights by Hieronymus Bosch and Jaded Gem Shop. I actually did pull that kit down today before I walked out the door and set up the crafting table, so when I get home I can shower, get jammies on, and tuck into that project. I do plan on working on that tonight, so we'll see how far I get. But that one, because it's got all the crazy blues and bright greens and tons of detail and little, Lizette sometimes calls them a project within a project, because there'll be like a person, and in that 1 section or 2 sections you're working on that person. Then the next section there might be some other little details, so each little section has like something that'll be revealed. That is this kit top to bottom because there's so much detail. So I'm hoping that will keep me engaged with it. It's massive. It's a 120 by 130 centimeter square drill canvas, and it has, I did the math, it has, let's see, it has 235,664 drills on it, and I'm on my 2nd section, so I've got a lot to do. So it by no means is it going to be like, I'm making tons of great progress. I think this will be a multi-year project for me, but I am going to try to work on it a little bit during my vacation. So yeah, and then we have a finish. I finished the Heaven Beneath last night. Got the borders painted today during lunch and filmed my finish and review. So that's what I was doing during my lunch break today. So I got all that taken care of. And so I'll be dropping that off over at Alex and MJ's tonight after our walk. Because that's a gift for them. So yeah, I have a finish. I didn't think I was going to have another finish this year. So that puts me at 15 completed canvases for the year. And I think I've done 51 overall since I started diamond painting. So I'm excited. I don't think I'll have any more done. Come on, let's go forward. I don't have any plans on getting anything else done this year. There's just nothing that's far enough along that I even would be able to. Maybe if I committed to phases, I could get that done, but I'm just kind of picking at that. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is just pick at projects, not try to push on any one particular project. I'm just gonna grab one off the hangers that is speaking to me that evening and just work on it until I'm tired or until my session is done, and put it away and either pick that same one or a different one and just kind of do that for the rest of the year until we get to January 1st, and then I'll be breaking Wizard's spell out, and that'll kind of be my focus. And then keep picking at phases for the Year with You May event. And then when phases is done, I think what I'd like to do, see, my plans change every few days. So I was thinking about, okay, how am I going to juggle Year with Yume, the Asian themed event, and have kits for both of those events going all year, plus trying to keep a round drill canvas in my stash or in my whip pile once phases is done, because I always like to have one round drill going. I like the progress I feel when I'm working on them. This dog, I tell you what, he's making me drag him this entire walk. He is so sniffy today. So I think what I might do is, I don't know. Here's another factor. The guy I've been chatting with, I sent him my stash of Yumeis and I was like, hey, I'm doing this event, 2 events next year. One of them's focused on this particular artist. Here's the 29 Yume art kits, that's right, 29, that I have in my stash. Which one do you think I should start with? And he was like, out of all of them, this one's my favorite. And he picked Sakura Festival, and I was like, that's a good choice. That's one of my rainy day kits, but I've had it in my stash for 2+ years now, so I really should get to it. So I'm like, you picked a good one. I'd most likely want to enhance that kit, but it's a big old square, and I'm gonna be working on Wizard Spell, and so I'm like, I don't know. So that might just have to be later on in the year. So we'll nix what he recommended I start with for now. I might get to it this year, but what I am thinking is I'll just start for now. Once Phases is done, I'll pick another round Yume. That way it's checking off the round box for me, and it's checking off the Asian themed event and year with Yume. So I'll have to go into my stash and see which ones I have from Yume art that are round. I think the drums one from the instrument series is around. And then I know that one of the bigger, longer kind of landscapes, or kind of like a horizontal panel, might be round. I think I have at least 2 or 3 Yumeis that are round drill. So I might need to pull one of those down and look at them and chart out any enhancements and just get that kitted up and ready to go for when Phases is complete. So I think that's the most practical thing. I just can't imagine opening another square drill right now. I've got everything other than Phases is square, and it's just like, oh my goodness. Not that I have a problem with it, but I don't want to get stuck with just all squares all the time. So, yeah. Yeah. But I could honestly see myself, there's a very, very high likelihood that there's some things that I have either as whips or kitted up not started that will be whips or kitted up not started in 2026. I hate to say it, but I'm just gonna, I was thinking I could get them all done next year, plus all the other stuff I'm trying to get worked into the schedule. And I'm just like, there's only so many hours in the day. So, because I'm gonna want to get all these Yumeis in, and then I'm sure Jaded Jamboree is gonna bring some new stuff to my table or into the stash, and then a Summer with the Masters, and then, so it's just like, I'm gonna be opening new kits and starting on them for sure. I don't know, but we'll see. It's fun. I've said it before, I like the fuss of which canvas I should do when and this and that and all the back and forth. It's fun. I love trying to decide and like move things around and plan and schedule in my head. I love doing it, and then when the time comes to pick something, I'm like, I'm just gonna do something wild and random. And it's like, well then what was the point of all the fussing? But that's my brain. But yeah, so hopefully I can have some fun with Garden of Earthly Delights during during the break in some other kits and just kind of just let the wind take me to the next whip each day and see where I end up rather than like trying to push for a finish. But who knows, one of these kits might really sink its teeth into me as far as interest, and I might be like, ooh, I'm gonna ride this one out and see how much progress I can make before I get burnt out, you know, because that's exactly what happened with Heaven Beneath, where I thought, I'll just kind of work on it, and as long as I get it done before May, then I'm good. And it took me 2 weeks to get it done. It just really sucked me in. So who knows, maybe another kit will do the same and I'll end up getting sucked in. I could see Train to Tokyo potentially being that kit for me. I haven't spent enough time with it, but even with the slight concerns I have with the materials, I could still see that one sucking me in. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm absolutely in like peak diamond painting mojo right now, whereas I would say over the summer and early fall I was really kind of losing some steam and kind of losing my motivation for the craft. But right now I am like so ready to get some projects going, to make some good progress, to put some good time in, to see how things get together. I'm excited about the projects that I have on my plate. And I'm excited about content and upcoming events. I ran an idea by Mia just a little bit ago before I started the walk. I was like, what do you think about this? I'm not gonna say anything now because I don't want to get people excited or people to assume that I'm committing to doing something. But I was like, what do you think about this? And she's like, that's a pretty cool idea. And I'm like, I don't know why I thought about it. It just kind of popped into my head. And I was like, wouldn't it be awesome if someone did XYZ? And so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on this project in the background and put together kind of a rough draft, I guess is the best word. And I think I'm gonna share it with Mia and see what she thinks about this thing. And if she's like, yeah, that's cool, I would find value in that, then I might kick it off. But I'll keep you in suspense until I actually get around to doing it, because it would be quite a lot of work. And yeah, so I don't want to commit to something that I can't actually see through. So yeah, but other than that, I'm just in a really good diamond painting mood. Like, I want to see some big projects. I want to get done some big old projects. Like, I want to share like an epic finish in 2025. I don't know what it would be, but I'd love to share like something awesome. So I don't know what that means for me in terms of maybe during Jaded Jamboree, I hit up one of those giant old masters and just work on that between Jaded Jamboree and Summer with the Masters. Or really, there's no way Garden of Earthly Delights will get done in a year. That's just crazy. But maybe I set it aside and switch it out for like Chasm of the Colorado or Tree of Life, or, something epic. I want an epic finish in 2025 if I can manage. So I'm just feeling really good. I did the great big diamond painting putty comparison video that went up earlier this week, I think. And that has really taken off. I didn't think people would be as interested in that as they seem to be. It's pretty popular as far as like my normal view count that I get on my videos. So that kind of surprised me, because I was like, these are just 10 random putties that I had in my stash. Like, there was no rhyme or reason to like what I had. I just rifled through my little drawer and was like, I'll just take these. This is all 10 of them. And in fact, I really only had 9, but I put the pink wax in there just to make it a round number and to throw in a wild card. So that was completely just a whim. But I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on it. People gave me some suggestions on other putty brands that they'd like me to try. or are curious about. So I'll probably be doing a small shop haul from Etsy here soon, and maybe picking another 10 and ordering those, and working with them. I'd probably like to work with them for a while to get my personal feelings for them before I sit down and actually do a comparison. I don't want to walk into any of them blind, I don't think. I kind of liked knowing kind of how they work for more than 30 minutes. And then just using the 30 minutes as like just a level playing field. So, yeah. One person, actually a couple people, did mention some products that are not specific for diamond painting, like the glue dots, like the mounting putty or whatever. Somebody recommended like a Gorilla mounting putty or something. I don't think I'll be doing a comparison of things that aren't specifically created for diamond painting. Maybe in the future, but where my head's at right now is I would personally take more value in knowing which of the actual products that are sold specifically to diamond painters for diamond painters, and see how those work, as opposed to like, oh, I take this random thing and stuff it into my pen and it works, even if it's a popular thing. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe that would have to be a completely separate ranking, because it really is built around putties. You know, it's like, I don't know. I used to use glue dots, maybe a couple years ago. I used to use glue dots, and they worked with moderate success for me. But I never became like a glue dots aficionado. Once Mary Mud came along, that kind of ended my experimentation with other products until she took her hiatus, and then I started experimenting with other stuff just to see. Ready? Come here. Oh, you get over here. You get over here. Hey, that's it. Oh, okay, all right, enough. Get over here. You get over here. Hold on, let me see your leg. Get over here. Get over here. You get over here. You get over here. You get over here. Hey, easy, Apollo. Easy. Okay, that's enough. You done? Okay. Sorry, everyone. When we go on our normal stroll now, I'm trying to schedule our Zoomies freakouts at the same spot every time, so he knows when it's time to flip out. That way he's not doing it like randomly or in an area where there's a bunch of people around. So I've been waiting until we get to the high school like grass area to get him to do it, and so far it's been working out. He kind of stays calm until we get to that specific point, and even if he's calm in that area, I try to trigger it in him so he knows like this is where we play and fight and jump, not in the street, not anywhere else. And so far that seems to be working out, so I'm gonna keep that up. Okay, we're almost to the house, but yeah, I will do a completely separate things that aren't intended for diamond painting, but diamond painters use them comparison video. That is low on my list because I personally wouldn't be that interested. Like, I've used glue dots. Back in the day, I tried using the different mounting putties. I've tried a lot of those just kind of like hack products that are like, you wouldn't know it, but I put this in my diamond painting pen. I've tried some of that stuff before, and it's never stuck with me. Like I don't have any glue dots. I don't have any of that mounting putty or the, what is it called? Museum putty. None of that stuff. That kind of came and left my life a while back. So I'd rather just stick to, this is a putty that the shop has created that's a scented or non-scented diamond painting specific product. Does it hold up? To me, that's more valuable. So yeah, I'll probably buy a few here and there until I have 10 that I've been able to play with for a significant amount of time, and then start piecing the next video and the comparison together. Because again, I did not realize that it was going to be a thing that people were gonna be super into, and it looks like y'all are, so that's really cool. So I will keep it going. I'll do around to another 10 products, and maybe we'll do that sometime in the spring or something. So yeah, I think it's fun. It's fun, and there's so many putties out there on the market right now, so I have plenty to choose from. All right, well, we're back at Natural Grocers. I'm ready to go inside. I may even, oh no, I have my camera. I was gonna say maybe even pop in there and get a little snack or something, but it's weird walking around a store with the camera strapped to your chest. So yeah, I'll let you go, but thanks so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it, as always. It's nice to have a great little community here. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, any more putty recommendations. I'll be trying during my time off, because I'd like to be at the diamond painting table a lot. I'm gonna try to do a whole mess of responding to your comments videos, but I'll just do comments. We won't talk about life stuff or date specific time stamped things like, oh, today's this day. Because I'm gonna try to pre-record and get through as many comments as possible. So it'll just be the comments, but I won't be like, today's Tuesday at the time of filming this, and yesterday we did this, because it might just be completely wonky by the time you actually see the video. So I'll just be doing comments, but I'm gonna try to marathon and get through all of my comments. And I think if I do that and diamond paint, I'll make some good progress on my diamond paintings. I'll have plenty of videos to schedule, and I'll be able to respond to everyone's comments. So it's a win-win-win. But anyway, all right, well, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.